going back to the Webby Awards and Zoe's Brain, what do you think the one thing or the sequence of events were that launched your career? Because so many people are presented with opportunities. One documentary that we love called My Big Break says everybody is actually given a big break, but they don't realize what it is when it happens.
Oh, I think by I was 26, and I was worked in technology to pay for my films. That was normally what it was, and I was doing a gig. I was designing a website for a magazine called the Web magazine, and I just finished the job, and I knew how to do things on no money because I was an independent filmmaker, and the publisher said, we own the word Webby Awards, and will you create the Webby Awards? And I was like, absolutely. And they, so I'd raise all the money. I hated most award shows, so I got to completely rethink award shows. So we made acceptance speeches 5 words or less, and we rethought award shows. We had all these cool, funky films, and it was very edgy, the first years. And I mean, ironically, it's become more, towards the center, but it's still edgy, and they still keep the 5-word acceptance speech. I did it for nearly 5 years, but that was a huge opportunity, and I definitely, in some ways I think, I was making films, and then I did the Webby Awards. It was a whole decade of my life, and then I got back to making films with technology, but I would not have traded it for anything. The business experience I got from, growing the Webby Awards during the internet boom was like a crazy, to be under 30 in San Francisco in the 90s was an amazing time. And then, the internet crash happened, and the financial crash happened, and learning how to manage that, and then build the Webbies back up, and then sell it, and then go and start my film studio with what I'd learned. I mean, it was such a great experience. And I got to really watch the web for a year and think about it, not a year, a decade, think about it. And now all of our films are experimenting with the web, so it's like totally my sweet spot. Film, the web, experimenting, social change. It's like, we are having so much fun right now. I felt like all of my career led to this time where I'm just, having such a wonderful time making movies and great team.
So maybe saying yes when someone else might have been presented and been scared, and saying, you know what, I'm not going to shy away. I have the moxie.
Yes, that was definitely a moment. I was so young. I mean, I think about it now. Yeah.
Did you have any hesitation? Do you remember back to that day when your boss came to you? Did you have any ooh, maybe this is taking on too much? It was.
No, I was ready. I mean, I knew I could do something really special. So many award shows I feel like are so rote and boring. I love when I can do something totally different, and I was given a blank slate to do something totally different. That is very exciting to me, when I can really rethink how something is done. That's always interesting to me. That's the way the film and internet world feels to me now. The filmmakers still don't totally use all the internet tools and technology. They're just starting, but to me it's like an open space to play and roam and experiment, and it's so much fun.
What do you think filmmakers are doing to neglect that? They're not using YouTube, or they're staying away from
there's a lot of filmmakers that, of course, crowdfunding and figuring out how to engage their audience and their making of it. I mean, there's definitely great filmmakers doing it, but the majority, I mean, because, a lot of conferences all be speaking about what we're doing, and there's a small number of us that are always on these panels. So I want it to be more. It's like the more of us, the stronger we are, and the more we can share what works and what doesn't. But I still think filmmakers, social media, but this goes back to the business stuff. Oh, I just want to make my movie. I don't want to worry about, I mean, they use the word, marketing my film. To me, it's not marketing, it's engaging. It's like bringing people your film. And so I think looking at these tools as part of the process, and build in a budget in addition to your film production budget, to a budget to get your film out into the world and to be able to experiment with these new technologies, is really important. It should be part of your budget. It should be part of your energy. It should be part of the time that you divide when you're thinking about a film from the beginning.